We're going to get started. If I could have everybody's attention, I'm going to ask you to please stand, and we'll have an invocation. If you'll pray with me. Most gracious Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for this day. We want to thank you for all the blessings that you bestow upon us in this community. We ask your leadership, your guidance, and your direction for the decisions we make today. Help us to keep the best things in mind for the people of this community, and to help and work diligently as improving the quality of life here. And we want to thank you for those that are protecting our country and serving our military, those that are active now and those that have gone before them. We ask that you give us strength and understanding, and be with us every day. In your Son's name we ask, amen. Let the record show that we barely have a quorum, and we'll call the meeting to order. And if you would join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. We want to thank everybody for taking time to be here today. Mrs. Gonzalez, we're glad you're here. Mr. Lamb, glad you're here. Appreciate y'all being here. We're glad that Jesse's here, and we're glad that Glass is here. All the staff.
Slater just walked in.
Slater, you snuck in the door, didn't you? We're glad you're here,
Just a
Jesse.
little off balance.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
That's what happens when you put this much on one
Staff
end.
is here. And,
Slater even has a town.
who does?
Slater.
What's up with that?
I had to go get sworn in so I could practice law in Waco.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you gonna be a wacko attorney? Okay. Okay. We won't hold that against you. It's the time in our meeting when we open the floor to visitors and receive public comment. If there's anyone that'd like to make public comment at this time, we would welcome that. If not, then we'll go ahead and get started with our meeting.
Your Honor.
Chief, I'm going to let you start things off today.
Okay. I appreciate it. Thanks, sir. First of all, I apologize for our newest officer. She joined us in January, I believe, and so we missed that meeting. Then last month was just an oversight because we were keeping her so busy. I forgot to have her come down here and introduce herself to you. So go stand up. We have Gladys Ramos. She is one of our Muleshoe people. She's from here and went to school here. And she's free to answer any questions you have tonight. But she's our patrol division, and we're very proud to have her here.
Good.
We won't put you on the spot.
And joining us is Jesse Parks. As you know him as one of our former officers. He's now Animal Control and Code Enforcement Officer. We've taken on that new responsibility, and our congratulations to Crystal and Ramon for doing such a fantastic job. But when Crystal wanted to move up in her position, we found somebody who was willing to take it.
All right. Welcome to our family. Welcome. Glad to have you back. You're like a yo-yo.
Slater, you like to go to Slater? I say you sorry. Right about the meeting on Slater. Oh, we're gonna meet him.
Thank you.
We welcome you guys. We're glad that you're part of our family. And, if there's anything we can do for you, we would like you to let us know.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks.
Thanks.
Thanks, y'all.
Okay, next thing we'd like to do is to approve the minutes of the meeting on February the 8th of this year. I trust you've all reviewed those minutes, and I'll make a motion we approve those.
One second.
We have a second. Is there any discussion? Not. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. The motion carries. Next thing we'd like to do is to approve the minutes of the meeting of February the 16th of this year. And I'll open the floor for a motion to approve those.
Make that motion.
A second. And we have a second. Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. Motion carries. Next thing we'd like to do is to consider resolution number R713-0316, which is the suspension of the Southwestern Public Service rate case. And Leanne, I'm gonna let you explain that.
Okay.
Seems like we just got through doing
It
this.
seems like it's a continual thing. On February 16th, 2016, Southwestern Public Service filed an application to increase its base rates by approximately $71.9 million in annual revenue. This resolution suspends the effective date of March 22nd by 90 days and allows the Alliance of XL Cities to review that request.
It seems like we just got through with the last deal. They want more money. So,
It's kind of the way that this business has to take effect. It's just the process we have to go through.
I'll make a motion to pass resolution number R-713-0316. Second.
we have a motion and a second to approve that resolution. Is there any other discussion? If not, all those in favor of suspending that rate case, say aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. Motion carries. Next thing we would like to do is to consider resolution number R714-0316, settlement of the Atmos energy rate case. I'll let you explain that.
Much like we do business with Southwestern Public Service, we also do the same thing with Atmos Energy. And this resolution reflects the settlement between the West Texas cities and Atmos Energy, and it actually reduced the company's request by about $1 million. So it's worthwhile.
It did help. Okay. I'll make a motion that we approve that resolution.
A second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the resolution with the settlement of the Atmos Energy rate case. Is there any other discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. Motion carries. Next thing we'd like to do is consider resolution number R715-0316, changing the name of the city's chief executive officer for the home grant program. Since we have a new person in that chair, then we need to change that to the person that sits in it, so.
Yeah, and that's basically what that resolution does. It just changes the name of the city's chief executive officer from David Brunson to Leanne Coleman.
Right. I'll make a motion that we approve that resolution.
Second.
And we have a second. Is there any other questions or discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. Motion carries. Next thing we would like to do is to consider the cancellation of the general election for the City District 1. Since Mayor Pro Tem Ellis has no opposition, that pretty much is a shoo-in for him.
Congratulations.
Pretty much.
The other district is a contested election, so we will leave that intact. So,
Make a motion, we cancel that election. I'll second that.
motion and a second to cancel that part of the general election for District 1. Is there any other discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. Motion carries. Next thing we need to do is to consider an appointment of election judges for that city general election and the special election to be held May the 7th.
City Secretary Zena Carpenter is going to talk about the appointments of the election judges.
All right.
Deborah Noble is going to be our election judge again this year, and we're going to have 2 elections. We're going to have the election for District 2, and then we're also going to have a special election to reauthorize the street maintenance tax. And Deborah has chosen Virginia Bowers and Mario Costilla to be those alternate election judges for that election.
So do we just need to approve them?
Mhm.
I'll make a motion that we approve those.
And we have a motion and a second to approve those folks as election judges. Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. Motion carries. It's really nice that they offer to do that each time. They do that
Absolutely.
very well.
They do a great job.
They do, and we really do appreciate that. Next thing we'd like to do is to consider approval of changes to the monthly dues to be charged by Muleshoe Country Club as stated by the lease agreement between the City of Muleshoe and the Muleshoe Country Club. Leanne?
Sure. Council, remember the lease agreement that we have with the Muleshoe Country Club states that when they're going to make changes to their monthly dues, that those changes have to be approved by the City Council before they go into effect. So the Board of Directors of the Country Club, they propose to raise the amount of golf memberships from $65 to $80 per month. All other memberships will remain the same, and so they're asking for your approval
Good.
to change that.
Make a motion that we approve that increase in monthly dues.
I'll second that.
And we have a second. Is there any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. Motion carries. Next thing, do you think that'll affect their membership totals in it?
I don't know, of course, I think their desire is that membership will increase, and hopefully, you know, it's beginning to, weather's getting nicer and days are longer now, so hopefully they will be able to increase memberships out there. I know that's their goal.
Hope so. I was hoping they'd maybe pick up some people from Littleton. So, okay. Next thing we'd like to do is have the administrative reports. And I'll leave that over to the administration.
All right, thank you. As you were introduced to Jesse Parks, Code Enforcement Animal Control has been moved to the Police Department. Jesse was in school last week and actually, I think, hit the ground running this morning. And hopefully that's going to be a focus for us right now. We're working on abandoned junk vehicles, weeds. We don't want any of that to get out of control, and hopefully citizens will start to see some things moving around and being taken care of as far as code enforcement goes in the near future. So just to kind of forewarn everyone, Jesse is new to the position and he's eager. And so if you have any of those issues that need to be taken care of, you might want to take care of that before Jesse gets to you.
Yes, I can. He's already busy. He offered me a token of his new employment for a vehicle sitting in my house that doesn't have up-to-date registration. So I appreciate that. I look like I was number 3 on the list. Yeah. According to the numbers on the receipts here, that's cool. We're glad he's with us.
Yes, I think he'll do a great job. And again, as the chief said earlier, Crystal Casto has been code enforcement and animal control for the last 10 years, and she's done a great job. And we appreciate the job she did. That's a tough job.
And she will remain with the city.
Yes, she is.
She will be part of the
She'll just be in a different capacity.
Public Works Department. That's good.
And then the city held a blood drive on March the 2nd. They registered 20 people and collected 17 units of blood, so we appreciate everyone who participated in that. And then Sylvester Torres, who is the water and sewer superintendent for the city, has been for years. He's going to be retiring on March 31st after 40 years with the city.
Wow.
And we'll have a reception here in the council chambers on Tuesday, March 29th from 3 to 4:30. And we'd ask people to come by and express their appreciation to him for 40 years of service to the citizens of Muleshoe. It is a long time. Went to work January the 1st of 1976, full-time. And even before that was summer help and part-time with the city. So it's been with the city a long time. And then finally, the TML Region 3 quarterly meeting will be March the 24th at the Scottish Rite Learning Center in Lubbock. City of Morton will be hosting that meeting. And so we would encourage council and staff to attend that. And Zana will be asking you to let her know so that she can make registrations for us. And that's all we have, Mayor.
And when do we need to let you know?
If you can let me know by tomorrow, by 5 o'clock, that would be great.
Okay.
So that meeting will be next Thursday.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Rest of the council have any remarks they'd like to share?
None that I don't know.
Okay. Well, then I guess we're through for the day. I guess we're adjourned.
All right.
I want to thank everybody for being here. Sorry it took so long.